Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited to finally be filming this video as leavers and schoolies time is just around the corner. I felt like right now is the best time to film this video. It is going to be all about my leavers experience. So in Perth it is called leavers, and over east I'm pretty sure everywhere else is called schoolies, but we still call it leavers here in Perth, and it is set up quite a little bit different from what I've heard or what I know. So yeah, I'm really excited to film this video and just tell you guys all about my week, and yeah, just give you guys some tips and some things to make sure you do, make sure you don't do, and yeah, let's get straight into the video.
I build my love like a castle in the sand. And when it comes down, it comes tumbling to the ground. When she speaks, it's a dangerous fantasy. Sets me free to where I wanna be. She sets me free to where I wanna be, wanna be. She sets me free where I wanna be. And her hair glows like a lighter in the wind, and I lose my senses, baby. She gets under my skin when she speaks. She's all I'll ever need. She sets me free, oh, to where I wanna be, I wanna be. She sets me free where I wanna be, I wanna be. She sets me free.
So first of all, I just want to let you guys know that this video is going to be quite long because I am going to be talking about the whole week of leavers. So make sure if you're watching the video you have time to watch it and you're comfortable and you've got a snack. You've been warned. So I have got a whole heap of stuff written down in this book just to make sure I don't forget anything or miss any of the main parts out. So we started planning leavers a whole year before it actually came around. We obviously wanted to be super prepared for it and all that sort of stuff. So we kind of I just sort of made like a group chat with all of my closest friends, and then yeah, decided on a group of 6 of us that definitely we're going to go, and definitely we're all going to be on the same page when it came to leavers. So yeah, pretty much chose my 6 friends, or like we all chose each other sort of thing. And yeah, we just went from there. We just throughout the year just were throwing ideas around of what we wanted to do, where we wanted to stay and all that sort of stuff. And we constantly sort of had, like, as it got a little bit closer to leavers, we constantly had meetings, which is really weird, but they'd come over my house, or we'd just have like a sit down at school and just sort of talk about what we wanted to do for leavers, and just to make sure we're all on the same page sort of thing. So pretty much we already knew that we wanted to stay at a place called Dunsborough Lakes, which is the main place to stay in Dunsborough, which is where leavers is for us. So Dunsborough is about 3 to 4 hours down south of Perth, so it's a good drive, but it's not too far away, which is really good. So yeah, we really wanted to stay in a cabin at Dunsborough Lakes. So we had to call up on a certain day to get a cabin, and obviously there's only so many cabins at the caravan park, and obviously so many people would want to buy them. So we got given a date that we had to ring. So what we did is we all of us had all of our phones going. My mum was ringing as well all day, and we kept getting caller ID failed or something like that. We couldn't get through at all, like none of us could get through. And then I think a bit later my mum finally got through, and they told us that that was actually the day for people with tents, people that wanted a tent site. So that was annoying, so we had to wait till the whole week later, and we had to do that all over again. And yeah, still couldn't get through or nothing like that, so it was so annoying. We were kind of getting worried that we weren't going to get a cabin. We obviously didn't want to stay on a tent site because like we're a bunch of 6 girls for a whole entire week. It would just be a bit much. But we unfortunately missed out on like the actual cabins, which have like the shower and toilet and all that sort of stuff in it. But we were lucky enough to get a on-site caravan, so it was just like caravan sort of thing, and then like a little cabin that came off of it, so it ended up being fine. And yeah, that was really good, and I honestly couldn't have chosen a better place to stay. It was freaking amazing. So definitely would recommend that if you're going with a group of friends to definitely stay at a caravan park or something like that. In the morning, so the first morning of Leavers, we went down on a Sunday. Everybody came to my house and we packed my car and my best friend Steph's car. We were the two that were driving. We also were the two that have the biggest cars. So yeah, we all came to my house, packed our cars and everything like that, and headed down to Dunsborough. When we got to Dunsborough Lakes, we had to drive in and go pay for our accommodation and all that sort of stuff. And we got given a wristband, which we had to wear the whole time. So you needed this wristband, this specific wristband, to get into the caravan park. And I also got a sticker put on my car, which is still on my car because I can't get it off. A whole year later, I still can't get it off. A sticker on our car, so they know that that car belongs to the caravan park. So it was all very, very safe. There were only the people that had paid for sites and that belonged to the caravan park could get in because of the wristband and the stickers. So definitely felt very safe at this caravan park. And every time you left and came back in, they'd actually check your car because you weren't supposed to bring alcohol in. But we did. We brought alcohol in. I'm sure every single person brought alcohol in, but yeah, so they'd check your car every single time you came in. You'd have to show your wristband every time you came in, so it was so safe. I just remembered that I actually kept my wristbands from Leavers because I'm a bit of a weirdo and I like to keep things for memories. So yeah, this was the one that we got for the caravan park. So you can see it says Dunsborough Lake Leavers on it, so we had to wear that the whole week. And then we also had to wear this one, which was the actual one for the raves. So as you can see, mine was an over 18 one because I was 18 at the time. But so 3 of us were 18 and then 3 of us were under 18, so they had a different coloured one, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the first day when we got there, did all that sort of stuff and then just unpacked and yeah, just sort of sorted out our stuff. And it was so exciting. Like we were just so excited for the whole weekend. The vibes were just amazing and yeah, it was really cool. So we unpacked and sorted out all our stuff and then we went for a drive down to the foreshore. So we went to the foreshore to get this wristband. So you had to take like your ID and your graduation certificate to get a wristband, and then obviously pay for it as well. I can't remember how much it cost for the whole raves, but it wasn't too expensive. I think it was like 100 and something for 4 nights of going to the raves, so that was pretty awesome. I ended up going back to our caravan park and just started having a few drinks and all that sort of stuff, and we were in a really, really good spot. Like our caravan was right in the middle of the whole park, so it was like the roads where the caravan park were like here, and then it was all the cabins on that side and then all the tent sites on that side, so we were right smack bang in the middle. I just remember on the first day we were sitting out the front of our caravan in our little like veranda bit, and next minute, you know, we have about 20 people sitting in our little veranda, which is like this big. It's like tiny. And yeah, we just met a whole heap of people. We had all the people from the caravan across from us turn up, and just, yeah, we just met a whole heap of people, which was amazing. That's another reason why I want to say to caravan park, because you just meet so many people. All right, so moving on to the first day, or the first like actual day of Leavers, which was a Monday. We didn't really do much during the day. We just kind of hung out at the caravan park, went for a drive around Dunsborough and all that kind of stuff. And then we started getting ready at about 3 o'clock. So every single day we started getting ready at 3 o'clock. Like no matter what, that was the time that we started getting ready. So the first night was quite eventful for us. I just remember after we were ready, we walked. Oh, that was one thing. We weren't allowed to leave our caravan. Like all 6 of us weren't allowed to leave our caravan until all of us were ready, so we can walk out together. It was really weird, but that was just our thing. And then yeah, we went for a walk around the caravan park again, and I just remember someone decided to do, like some random, I don't know who he was, decided to do a backflip off a car, and he broke his leg on the first day of Leavers, and yeah, had to get in an ambulance, and he was off. Like, see you later. I'm an idiot for freaking jumping off a car. So I don't even know what ended up happening to him. I don't know if he ever came back, but that would have sucked. But yeah, so that was probably one of the first eventful things that happened, even though it wasn't us, but it was just eventful to see. And And then we went back to our caravan, got all our stuff ready and went and lined up for the bus. So this was the most hectic part of our leavers experience. We were lining up for the bus and they had like railings obviously that you had to stay in to line up. So they came this way and then they came around the corner like this, and then the bus came here. So obviously we lined up and everything, but in the line it wasn't like a single file, it was just like a group just like that, and it was very dangerous. And like everybody was obviously pushing everyone because everybody wanted to get on the bus and go to the raves. The buses were constantly going throughout the night, but everybody just wanted to get there first, as you do. We finally got to the front of the line, but the line was like this, and we were at, like, it went this way, but we were at the back part of the front of the line, if that makes sense. And as the bus came, we were standing right on the railing as well. So it went like this, and then like here, and then the bus was there. We were standing right on the railing here, and as the bus came, everyone just started pushing like crazy. And the next thing I know, all of my friends and I, because we were all holding hands just to stay with each other and make sure we all get on the same bus, all my friends and I just got pushed. And we all completely fell over onto the railing, completely fell over, and there was like a ditch thing that we fell into. I don't remember anything after that because I completely passed out. I completely blacked out. I don't remember anything from that little time. I just remember falling over, and then I just remember people like waking or like getting me up off the floor, and I eventually got up and I was fine. But then I started freaking out because, as you do, like, I've just been pushed over by a mob of people. I don't know where like half my friends are behind me. Steph's also fallen over really bad and she's completely cut her leg open. All I can see is her like hysterically crying and like completely lost. And then I was just like really lost as well. And then I sort of blacked out again for a couple of seconds and my friends were holding me, and it was really, really crazy. And then I just remember the bus driver yanking me up onto the bus because my friends were like, you need to get this girl up on the bus right now because she's like freaking dying. Like, she keeps passing out, meaning me. I kept passing out, and I'm not the type of person to pass out. Like, I've never passed out before, but I think obviously because I'd been drinking as well, probably didn't help. But just the way that like it was all so crowded and like claustrophobic, and I just being pushed over into a ditch, and like had like 5 people on top of me, same as Steph. Like, she fell over really bad as well and completely cut open her jeans, and then like sliced up her whole leg. She lost her jacket the first night, so that was like her main jacket that she was going to wear the whole of leavers, because you know you always have a jacket that just goes with everything. So she lost that. She also thought she lost her purse, but luckily she grabbed that quickly. And yeah, we all got onto the bus and everybody was in tears. Like, poor Steph was hysterically crying because she was just so overwhelmed. So yeah, the first night heading to the raves was very, very intense. And when we got there, Steph went to medical, or like first aid, just to sort of calm down and just I think get her leg checked and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, after the first night it was a little bit scary, but once we got into the raves and stuff, it was completely fine and everything was good. But yeah, so that was our first experience, which was not the best way to start off leavers for all of us, but we were lucky that nothing too bad happened to us. But after that, every night after that, they fixed the bus line. So what they did was had the line behind all the railing and then just counted people through the railing, so nobody got hurt after that. And then getting into the actual raves, I feel like from what I know and what I've seen, I feel like Perth's raves are, or like leavers, is a lot safer. It looks a lot safer than other places, because the actual like leavers just stays in one area sort of thing. Like, it's like when you go to a festival, so the festival just stays in the one section. So that was like us, so we had to wait in line. We got our bags completely checked, like we got checked and stuff, just to make sure you didn't have any alcohol or drugs or all that sort of stuff on you. Yeah, and then got let in. And once you walked out of the like rave sort of arena, that was it. That was like, everything was chilled after that. But I feel like in other places, like leavers is just like, or schoolies, it's just everywhere. It's like on the streets, it's in the clubs, it's just like everywhere. That's just what I know. But for leavers in Perth, we are really lucky on how safe it actually is. So now I just kind of want to talk about like little tips and sort of stuff that helped us get through our week and survive through it. So first of all, make sure you choose a good friend group. So I was really lucky to be able to choose the friends that I chose. To this day, they're still my closest friends. They're mainly the only people from school that I actually still hang out with. So we're very lucky in that sense. We get along really well. Like, we had little arguments here and there, but there was nothing bad. It was just sort of like bickering, and two of my friends are actually twins, so they were fighting a lot, but like that was just because it was sisterly arguments, just the usual. So another tip is get ready nice and early for the raves. As I said, we got ready at 3 o'clock every single day, so we knew how much time we had to get ready, when we should be ready by, when we should start drinking by, and when we should go out and just have prees with all the randoms in the caravan park. So that really helped us just to sort of manage our time a little bit better. But yeah, so that's another tip. Make sure you start getting ready at a good time and just sort of like schedule yourself from a time to be ready and then a time from when you should leave. So get ready, eat, drink, party, prees, whatever you want to call it, then hop on the bus to go to the raves. The next thing I want to tell you is that I do recommend staying in a caravan park. Obviously, I know that if you're going to leave us this year, you've already booked your accommodation, but yeah, I would definitely recommend staying in a caravan park just because I met so many people every single day. The vibe was just like all the way up here. Everybody was just having so much fun, and obviously if you ever get sick of the friends that you're with, you can just go out and find new people to hang out with for a couple of hours or whatever. But obviously we never got sick of each other, we just hung out with others together. But yeah, it's just really good to be able to walk around your caravan park and everybody's there for the exact same reason, so everybody is on the same vibe as you are and everyone's just having fun and just celebrating the fact that we finally finished school. So yeah, it was really cool to be in a caravan park, and I would definitely recommend doing that if I was you and you're planning on going to Leavers next year. And the next one is organize food and make sure you eat properly. So my brother went to Leavers, and then a lot of my friends that are older than me went to Leavers the next year, so I kind of just learnt from them to make sure you eat properly and look after yourself throughout Leavers, because down south it is quite cold and you're drinking constantly, and obviously not really looking after your body if you're drinking constantly. But if you're eating and making sure you're eating the right food and enough food, it definitely helped. I think we all sort of put money together and put money aside for our dinners and just for like different sort of foods like throughout the day and stuff, and we made sure that we had breakfast, lunch, or sometimes we'd have just a big lunch and then not dinner, but either way we made sure we ate like at least 2 to 3 times a day. And I think that really helped. Like, a lot of us got sick after, but we were bound to get sick anyway. But I think that it had definitely helped. Eating good food. Eating good food, yeah, definitely helped. So that is another tip. The next one is make sure you wear warm clothes when you go to the raves, especially if you're in Perth and you're going down to Dunsborough. We are going 4 hours down south out of Perth, so it is quite cold. Even though it is November and we're going into summer, it still gets cold at night. So don't be stupid and wear like nothing like you usually would if it was summer or if you were in Perth. Always take a jacket, because like everybody's walking around freezing their titties off and like my whole friend group was really warm. We were quite lucky that our weather was amazing. When we were in Dunsborough, it didn't rain once and it was sunny every single day, but a couple of previous years there they unfortunately had rain and it was freezing cold, but we were a lot more lucky. But yeah, definitely like look after your body throughout the whole week, because honestly, like the stories that I've heard from people coming back from Leavers and having to go to hospital and just like all this sort of stuff just because they didn't really look after themselves. And then the last one that I can let you guys know is just have fun and just be safe. Make sure you stick with your friends and just look after each other. I know sometimes people can get annoying and like people, so like some of you want to do one thing, some of you want to do another thing, but honestly, as long as you guys just stay together and just agree on sort of things, or like say half of you do this, half of you do that, like just do it like that. Don't let anyone go off by themselves. As I said, yes, Dunsborough Leavers is very safe, but you never really know, anything could happen to any of your friends. So just look after each other and just, yeah, be safe. And just have fun. Just have so much fun and don't worry about what's going on back at home, and just celebrate the fact that you finally finished school. To this day, I would not regret anything from going to Leavers. I had the most amazing weekend ever. I couldn't fault it at all, and yeah, I just want you guys to have the most amazing time, celebrate all those years of schooling, and just have so much fun. And I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it gave you a little bit of insight of what happened with our Leavers and what we got up to. And yeah, just have fun and stay safe and just party hard. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.